What's up guys, Shane Storms with Droid Modder X here. Today we're going to be unboxing the Galaxy Note 5. Samsung has always done an incredible job with the Note series at providing consumers with everything that consumers could want. Is that the case with the Note 5? Let's find out. Okay guys, so we'll go ahead and dig into this box. So you have the sleeve on the front, it says Samsung Galaxy Note 5. There's a 32GB version. Flip it over to the side, you've got all kinds of specs. It tells you what's included in the box. We'll go ahead and slide off the sleeve, set that to the side. We'll go ahead and lift up the top. And there is the Galaxy Note 5. So you have here the black version, which you guys can see it has kind of that blue tint. All right, so we'll set that to the side. You'll see that we also have some reading material. We've got a SIM card removal tool. You have a quick charge brick. We have a little tool to replace the tip of our S Pen with some little S Pen tips. We've got a micro USB charge cable. And one thing that we don't have, of course, Verizon has cheaped out on us and not included the headphones. So way to go, Big Red. Okay, we'll set the box to the side. We'll go ahead and take the Galaxy Note 5 out of the plastic. Kind of peel it off. Right away, I'm very impressed with the new design of the Galaxy Note 5. You guys can see the rounded edges. It kind of feels like an S6 Edge on the back side. This is all glass on the back and all glass on the front. This would be Gorilla Glass 4. Now, I know the argument's been made that glass on the back means that it is not very sturdy, which is true. So glass breaks a whole lot easier than plastic, but at the same time, it is Gorilla Glass 4, and it's not as shatter prone as, say, just a standard glass back. Okay, you do have the aluminum metal sides. Looks super premium, feels super premium, it looks awesome. On the bottom, you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, micro USB port. You've got your speaker, a microphone, and that clicky S Pen. On the right side of the device, you do have a power button. On the top of the device, you've got another microphone, and you also have your SIM card slot. On the left side of the device, you have volume up and down. On the back of the device, you have that 16 megapixel camera. It's the same sensor as what's in the Galaxy S6, so you should get stunning pictures off of this phone. So this is probably one of the best cameras, hands down, on any device, including the iPhones. You've got that dual LED flash, and you have a heartbeat sensor. Okay, on the front of the device, you do have that 5.7-inch Quad HD display. You've got a speaker for your calls. You do have a 5-megapixel camera. It also shoots in full HD. If we come on down to the bottom of the front, you do have the home button, which doubles as an awesome fingerprint scanner. And then you have a back and recents capacitive button. Because real quick, we will talk specs. The Galaxy Note 5 is rocking the Exynos 7420 octa-core processor clocked at 2.1 gigahertz. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM. This is the 32 gigabyte option. It does have a 3000 milliamp hour battery that is sealed inside, so there's no more removable battery. And then it does not have micro SD card slots. So this is the 32 gigabyte version. That's what I'm stuck with. It's also running Android 5.1.1 out of the box with the latest version of TouchWiz. Okay, so real quickly, I'll show you guys how awesome the fingerprint scanner is. It works every single time. So I've had the fingerprint scanner with the Galaxy S6 Edge, and it works 99% of the time. There's that off time when maybe your finger's sweaty or wet where it doesn't work, but every other time it works, and it is one of the best features that I've used on a phone ever. So I've never really set up a pin pattern or a lock screen, but with the fingerprint scanner, I'm able to have a secure device. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open up the settings, and we'll go to About Phone. We're running 5.1.1. And we're on the latest version of TouchWiz for the Verizon Galaxy Note 5. There is Lollipop, and it's no easier on a big screen. Okay, so as you guys can see, Lollipop is light and fast, and it should be with 4 gigabytes of RAM and that crazy Exynos processor. Everything is nice and fluid with no lag whatsoever. As far as bloatware is concerned, we do have lots of Amazon applications. We've got a ton of Verizon applications here. And then we have some other applications, I'm not really sure why they're included. So we've got Clash of Kings, Squeaky Jam, Panda Pop, and Empire. I didn't install those. They were just already on the device. Like I said, no clue why in the world those would be installed, but there they are. Other than that, it looks like pretty standard stuff here. Facebook and Instagram came pre-installed, And that's about really all the bloat that we have. We do have a couple of Samsung applications that are pretty useful, S-Voice, S-Health, and their messaging application. And then we've got, you know, all our standard Google apps. I've noticed here that we have Google Wallet, and Verizon has confirmed that there will be no Samsung Pay support on this device. So I'm really bummed about that. So with Google Wallet, you have to have an NFC payment kiosk, and it has to be set up to be used with Google Wallet. Samsung Pay works on pretty much any pay kiosk because it emulates an actual magnetic stripe swipe. It works the same as any normal credit card. So I'm really bummed that Verizon is not going to support that. It should be supported on all other carrier branded versions of the Note 5 in the US. Real quickly, we'll compare the phones side by side with the Note 4 and the Note 5. So on the left, we have the Note 4. It is slightly wider, slightly more unwieldy. The Note 5 is a little slimmer, and I have noticed instantly that I'm easily able to reach the total opposite side of the screen. So that's a big plus when you're typing. You no longer have to hold the phone two-handed. You guys can see it's just a little slimmer of a bezel on the Note 5. Almost no bezel at all. No side bezel at all almost on the Note 5, whereas you've got a pretty decent bezel on the Note 4. As far as height, they're both about the same height. Thickness, the Note 4 is quite a bit thicker than the Note 5. Okay, and then the other thing that we will compare here is the S Pen. So the S Pen on the Note 4, you actually have to like dig your finger into this little slot here and slide it out. The S5 Note Pen has a little clicky mechanism, and you can just grab it and slide it out. So if you go into your S Pen settings, you have all kinds of settings, but one new setting here is the screen off memo. So you can actually turn the screen off, slide your pen out, and with the screen still being off, you can begin to jot a memo. So the other really cool feature here is with the Air command. You have the ability to add shortcuts. So if there's another note application that you use other than S Note, it's a really great place to add it here. Of course, you can add any of the applications on your phone as a shortcut, so that's a really awesome feature. So another cool feature is the expanded screen capture. So if we open up our Air command, go to screen right, and then we will press and hold the scroll capture. So you can capture as much as you want. And then when you're done, just press done. That will save the file, and you can see the entire scrollable feed. Okay, and then another really cool feature here, we'll go into the camera real quick, go into settings. Okay, you'll see that we have, not only do we have optical image stabilization, but we now also have video stabilization. The video stabilization is just an added feature. It takes your video and applies some software stabilization to that video to make your videos even more crisp and even more stable. You'll see here that we also have an option to live broadcast. That's going to live broadcast directly to YouTube. Okay guys, that about wraps it up for my unboxing and impressions of the Galaxy Note 5. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. You can find more of me at droidmodderx.com. Follow me on Twitter at droidmodderx. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.